Welcome to my channel. Listen to my stories every day. Comment, like and subscribe to my channel. Enjoy listening. I click the last button, creating Jack Sorensen's profile on Hubble, the latest and hottest social media platform. A stock photo of an attractive man with just the right amount of rugged charm stares back at me. Perfect. He's fictional, but to the world and soon, to my wife, Erica, he's as real as they come. Why am I doing this? Suspicion. Erica's late nights and sudden weekend plans without me have seeded doubt where trust used to bloom. I need to know if my fears are justified. I tell myself that it's only a test, a way to confirm her loyalty. That's what I keep telling myself. I send a friend request to Erica. Within hours she accepts. Now Jack Sorensen is among her online friends, a phantom ready to haunt. Over the next few days, Jack comments on her posts, likes her photos, and gradually initiates light, flirty chats. "You look like you could use some adventure in your life," Jack types one afternoon. "Maybe I could." Erica replies quicker than expected, her messages tinged with a playfulness I haven't seen directed at me in months. As days turn into weeks, their exchanges deepen. They share jokes, personal anecdotes, and soon, intimate secrets. With every message she sends to Jack, my heart sinks further. The digital evidence piles up: screenshots, timestamps, heart emojis sent after midnight. Then, Jack suggests a meeting. "How about coffee at the alcove? Thursday at 6. Her reply doesn't skip a beat. "Can't wait." The D-Day arrives. Sitting across the street in my car, I watch the cafe. At precisely 6:05, Erica walks up to the alcove, looking around for Jack, her eyes bright with anticipation. She's dressed in the red dress I bought her last Christmas, the one she said she was saving for a special occasion. Jack, of course, never shows. I see the confusion, then the slow, crestfallen realization as she waits alone. 30 minutes later, she leaves, her steps slower, her shoulders slumped. Back home, Erica's quiet during dinner, lost in thought. I watch her, the turmoil churning inside me. I love her, or I loved who I thought she was. Now, I'm not sure which parts were real. That night, I lay out my plan, the words cold and methodical. The fake account, the evidence of her emotional betrayal, all laid bare. I'm ready to confront her, ready to shatter our lives to rebuild. Or end them. Divorce? Confrontation? Blackmail? The possibilities whirl through my mind. The stage is set. My finger hovers over the send button on a message that will expose everything. But there's a weight in my chest, a lingering question I hadn't allowed myself to consider: what if there was another way? The next morning, Erica finds me in the kitchen, a serious look etched on my face. "Erica, we need to talk," I say, my voice steady but my resolve wavering. She nods, her face pale, her eyes wary. She knows. Somehow she knows. What happens next could mend us or end us. But it's time to find out which. As the morning light filters through the blinds, casting long shadows across the kitchen floor, Erica and I sit at the table, our coffee untouched, the air heavy between us. "Erica," I start, the screenshots printed and stacked neatly in front of me, a physical barrier as well as a metaphorical one. "I know about Jack Sorensen." Her eyes flicker with a mix of emotions: surprise, fear, guilt. She opens her mouth, closes it, then takes a deep breath. "Jack," she whispers, the name coming out strained. "Yes, Jack. You've been talking to him for weeks, haven't you? Planning to meet him even." Her face pales, her hands tremble slightly. Yes, I was talking to him. But it's not what you think, Alex." "Not what I think?" "Erica, I have seen the messages. You flirted with him, shared things you haven't shared with me in months. How is it not what I think?" She looks down, then up again, her resolve hardening. "Because Jack isn't real, Alex. I knew it was obvious. No one just appears out of the blue like that, perfectly into what I might find attractive, hitting all the right notes. It felt staged, so I played along." "Played along," I echo, incredulous. My plan, which seemed so foolproof, so revealing of her disloyalty, suddenly feels naive, childish even. "Yes, played along," she insists. I wanted to see where it would go, what he or you would do. It was like a test for you too, wasn't it? Were you testing my fidelity, Alex? Her accusation stings because it's true. I had been testing her, but the revelation that she knew all along twists the knife deeper. Who told you, I ask, a part of me needing to know how my perfect illusion had failed? No one told me. I just knew you, Alex. Or I thought I did. But this, she waves at the papers between us, this isn't the man I married. The conversation is interrupted by the doorbell. Reluctantly, I rise to answer it, finding my sister, Jenna, on the doorstep. Her timing couldn't have been worse or better, depending on what happens next. Alex, I got your message. Is everything okay? Jenna's concerned eyes flick between Erica and me, sensing the tension. I nod, gesturing for her to come in. We're just talking through some things. Jenna's presence changes the dynamic, her concern palpable as she sits down, eyeing the papers. What's all this? It's nothing, I say, almost too quickly. Erica shoots me a look that says she disagrees. It's definitely something, Erica corrects. Alex created a fake profile to test my loyalty. Jenna's eyebrows shoot up. Alex, what were you thinking? Feeling cornered, I explained, hoping Jenna might see my side. I thought she was cheating, Jenna. I had to know the truth. And instead of talking to me, he chose deceit, Erica adds, her voice steady but hurt. Jenna sighs, looking between us. Okay, I think we need to sort this out properly. Clearly there are bigger issues here than a fake social media profile. She's right, of course. The profile was just a symptom of deeper problems, ones we've ignored for too long. As we all sit back down, the real conversation begins. Not about Jack Sorensen, but about trust, expectations, and whether our marriage can or should survive this test. Jenna clears her throat, signaling the start of what appears to be an impromptu mediation session right in our kitchen. The morning sun has shifted, lighting up the room with a harsher glare that seems to mirror the tension amongst us. Okay. Jenna begins, her voice firm yet caring. Both of you have made some serious accusations and decisions based on assumptions. Alex, creating a fake profile to test Erica is a big red flag about trust. And Erica, knowing it was a test and playing along isn't great communication either. We need to unpack this. I nod, feeling the weight of my sister's disappointment. Beside me, Erica folds her hands in her lap, her jaw set in a defiant line. Erica, why didn't you confront Alex if you knew it was him all along? Jenna asks, her eyes locked on Erica's. Erica sighs. I was curious to see how far he would go. It sounds petty now, but I felt hurt. If he didn't trust me enough to talk about his fears, then why should I extend him that courtesy? Jenna turns to me and Alex. Do you realize how manipulative and damaging setting up a test like this can be? I wince, the truth of her words slicing through any defense I might have concocted. I know, I admit, my voice barely above a whisper. I was desperate for the truth, and I thought it was the only way to get it. Jenna shakes her head. Trust doesn't work that way. You both played games instead of communicating. Now, what are you going to do about it? The room falls silent, the only sound the ticking of the wall clock, counting down the seconds as Erica and I ponder our options. Finally, Erica speaks up. I want us to go to counseling. We clearly have issues that we can't resolve on our own. If we're going to save our marriage, we need professional help. Her suggestion hangs in the air, heavy and serious. I swallow hard, realizing this might be our last chance to mend things. Okay, I agree. Let's do it. Let's go to counseling. Jenna nods approvingly. Good. But until your first session, I think you both need to be honest with each other. No more secrets, no more tests. Just talk. Can you do that? We both nod, the task seeming monumental, but necessary. As Jenna prepares to leave, she stops at the door, turning back to us. I'm here for both of you, but this is your battle to fight. Remember, it's not you versus each other, it's both of you versus the problem. With that, she leaves, and the house is eerily silent. Erica and I look at each other, really look, for the first time in what feels like forever. Alex, Erica starts, her voice faltering. Let's start with the truth. All of it, I say, cutting her off, not out of anger but urgency. We spend the next hours unraveling months, even years of miscommunications and assumptions. Stories of loneliness, feelings of neglect, and the deep-seated fears that had driven us apart spill out. It's painful and cathartic. As the sun sets, casting a warm glow through the window, I feel a slight shift between us. It's fragile, this new understanding, like the first thaw after a harsh winter. It's far from a resolution, but it's a step towards something better, or at least, towards something real. As weeks morph into months, Erica and I find ourselves navigating the choppy waters of marriage counseling. Each session strips back layers of our grievances and misunderstandings, revealing raw emotional truths. We both realize our mistakes had roots deeper than the incident with the fake profile. We learn to talk, truly talk, about everything: fears, dreams, disappointments. One particularly crisp Saturday morning, as Erica and I sit together on our porch sipping coffee, my phone buzzes with an email notification. It's from our counselor, Dr. Lindsay. Subject line: important, please read together. I frown, puzzled by the urgency of the message. It's from Dr. Lindsay, I say, showing the phone to Erica. She leans closer, and together we open the email, not prepared for the contents that begin to unravel yet another layer of our story. Dear Alex and Erica, I have come across some information that I believe is crucial for you both to know. During our sessions, I felt certain patterns were familiar, leading me to review older cases I have handled. I discovered that Alex, your mother, whom you mentioned had passed away when you were young, consulted me a few years before her death. She faced issues similar to what you are facing now in your marriage. I believe understanding her struggles could provide you both a deeper insight into your own behaviors and reactions. Please find attached her case notes with sensitive information redacted. I believe this could be a turning point in your healing process. Best, Dr. Lindsay. Erica and I exchange a shocked look. My mother's life had always been a bit of a mystery, her early death leaving a void filled with unanswered questions. Now, possibly some of those could be answered. We spend the next hour poring over the documents, discovering the uncanny parallels between my parents' marriage and our own. My mother had struggled with trust issues, much like I had, culminating in a series of actions that had strained her marriage to its limits. It's like history repeating itself, Erica murmurs, squeezing my hand. And we have a chance to change the narrative, I respond, feeling a mix of sorrow and resolve. The revelations bring us closer, binding us with new understanding and empathy. Our sessions with Dr. Lindsay deepen, focusing not just on communication but on understanding the inherited patterns of behavior and breaking them. As the year edges towards its close, Erica and I plan a small vacation, a chance to solidify our renewed connection. On the eve of our departure, the doorbell rings. I open it to find a delivery man with a large envelope. Alex Harris, he asks. I nod, signing for the package, puzzled by the unexpected delivery. Inside, there's a letter from a law firm I don't recognize. My hands tremble as I read it, the words leaping off the page with the force of a physical blow. Dear Mr. Harris, me. In the process of settling the estate of your late uncle, we have discovered a series of letters and journals belonging to your mother. We believe these documents might hold sentimental value to you and are hereby transferring them to your custody as per his last wishes. Letters. Journals. My mother's words, her thoughts, her fears, and maybe her hopes all penned down and preserved, reaching out through the years to touch my heart. The timing couldn't be more poignant. Tears blur my vision as I share the news with Erica, who reads the letter over my shoulder. This could be the missing pieces, Alex. And so, with our bags packed not just with clothes but with the potential for deeper understanding, we set out not just on a vacation, but on a journey of discovery. A journey that started with suspicion and deceit but is guided now by love and a desire to forge a different path not just for us, but for the legacy we would leave behind. As we drive away from the house, I glance at Erica, her profile serene against the passing scenery, and I realize that sometimes the truth doesn't just hurt, it can also heal.